Day numero 8. Gonna try to get about 14 miles in before the storms get bad again. It's day 8 of my solo trip down the Mississippi River. I'm 146 miles in and the weather forecast is not looking good. So, kind of in a bit of a hurry this morning. My hands still are in paddle mode. So, I don't really know what to do about that or if that's bad, but it is what it is, I guess. Well, we are on the water. My tank got very wet when I was taking it down. Believe it or not, it is about 8:30 in the morning. There is some bright sky behind me. You've heard of storm chasers. Today is an episode of storm racers where we try to outrun these storms in a canoe. Just a passing shower. It's still raining a little bit, but I got a little bit of a reprieve from the storms at least. Have zero clue how long it's gonna last because I'm still seeing lightning behind me. I don't know if you can see it, but there are some swans over there. You know, there's the rain again. One thing that I've realized on this trip is that swans, while often depicted as these lovely animals, they really love hanging out in the swamps. So they're kind of like the ogres of the bird world, and people just don't like to admit that. Radioactive, radioactive, all systems fall. Where the hell am I going? These storms are definitely not over. It is pushing me the very opposite way, and I can't even outpower it, so I don't know what to do here. I don't know if there's a clear switch across this reservoir, but if there is, I'm definitely not fighting it. I'm going a mile an hour and it's I think. It's just brutal. This really sucks. I think I gotta turn left up here somewhere, but it's all just vegetation. And there's actually some pretty good chop coming through in the middle of this here. And a real good headwind. Tough. I know I said this was only going to be a 14-mile day, but man, turning every mile of it, that's for sure. Couldn't make it there without another downpour in us. Here's a picture I took when I got to the campground. I was pretty soaked and cold, and the same storm system caused large floods across the state of Minnesota. So, about 3 o'clock, I was taking a nap because I finally got my tent set up and I was ready for a rest because it was a chaotic morning and early afternoon. Woke up about 3 o'clock to tornado sirens and had to go up. Fortunately, I was here, so I went up to the little shelter area, and turns out there was no tornado, fortunately, but yeah, I would much rather be here than at the last campsite when that went through, so still alive. So this is my campsite, but I'm gonna move all my because look at this. It's supposed to rain for the next 3 hours still, and this is getting full.
I gotta get on that.
Well, the moving crew is officially finished. As you can see, I am now camped up there by the sign. Whatever the park people have to say about that, don't really have any concerns right now, because they set me up with this wonderful campsite right above this culvert that is getting full. Let's take a look. Yeah, I don't think I wanted to stay right down here. It is about 8 o'clock. I'm getting tucked away in my moderately wet tent. It could be a lot worse. And also, hopefully, I mean, I'm pretty sure that tomorrow is going to be a better day. So hopefully we can get some stuff dried out. We might not get too many miles in, but sometimes that's just how it goes. Today was tough from the start. From the start, it was tough. Thought I was done at about 3. I thought I was, just relaxing. Then I was going to maybe go get a ride to a pizza place, have some drinks there. Tornado warning, and then the culvert was almost overflowing, and it was supposed to keep raining hard for a couple more hours, so I had to move all my stuff. And a lot of stuff got wet in that process, and then I was worried that even up here I'd get flooded. So currently in a not designated campsite, but it is what it is, and tomorrow is a new day. Peace out, Blanksters. It's about 11 o'clock, which is a much later start than usual, but I didn't even know if I was going to move today because my stuff was soaked. So I'm going to get on the water. I don't know how many miles I'll get done today, but hopefully like 20. The gates are definitely open. I believe this is a baby snapper. Man, just about 24 hours later, I am back on the water. The last 24 hours have been a little tough, and it feels good to be back out on the water on a pretty nice paddling day. I'm in no particular hurry. I do have some miles to put in, but I am willing to put in a long day, is what I'm realizing. If the weather's nice, why not paddle till 6 or 7? There's no reason not to. That's what I'm here for, to paddle. I usually get to camp and don't do anything anyway, so might put in a long day today. We'll see how we're feeling. Slow and steady, taking advantage of the nice days. That's the move. I'm still pretty far north, but for some reason after hitting like towns, I feel like I'm not. And this just reminds me, yeah, you're kind of still in the North Woods. I don't know if they would consider it that, but same vibe. To the left, you will see what must be the start of the Grand Rapids. Straight ahead, you will see a sign that says Canoe Portage is to the right. To the right we shall go. Canoe Portage. No camping. Portage assistance is not available. Please stay on Portage route and remain off adjacent property.
It's about 1 o'clock. I don't know how far I'm gonna go today, but if it's moving like this the whole ways, I think I could easily get another 20 miles in, so we'll see. But it's time to get down to paddling. That was a really nice walk through the town, I felt like. They kept on the side streets pretty well, and I only had to cross one road, so pretty easy. Would recommend taking your canoe for a walk through the city of Grand Rapids, Minnesota. So yesterday, with my Casey's Pizza, I got a 2-liter of Mountain Dew because I was craving Mountain Dew. Now I forgot how big 2 liters was. It's a lot of pop, but I now have a not-so-secret weapon for these afternoon and evening miles today. Wow, very carbonated. Right here, baby. Gotta love a good river dooski. There's a loomy pinned to this tree over here. What a beautiful day on the Mississippi River. Is the river high? That was a bass. Right there. Yesterday was the sowing phase, and today is the reaping. Because if it wasn't for yesterday's rain, today would not be this easy. I'm sure it would still be nice and moving. But hey, reaping what was sowed in a good way. About 7 miles later, probably, maybe 6, still enjoying this beautiful rib on a beautiful day. I think yesterday, the crappy weather really made me appreciate the nice weather more. But it's also nice that the river is moving alone at like 3 miles per hour, probably. Maybe 2, I don't know, but it's quite nice. There's an eagle in that tree. Maybe he's trying to lead me to McDonald's again. What's up, bird? All right, folks, well, it is about 4 o'clock or so, and I'm already at the so-called Blackberry campsite, which is, I think it's about a 20-mile day already. I've been making really good time. The river is moving, and I'm having a lot of fun on it. I'm enjoying it, not having to work too hard, which is different from even yesterday, where I was really slogging through that little swamp lake area. So we're moving today. I'm enjoying myself. I'm figuring, oh, I'm getting bit by a mosquito. I am figuring, hey, why stop the fun, as Wise Man once said. So we're gonna keep going. I think it's about 12 miles to the next campsite. All right, we are 191 miles in as of tonight. Tomorrow we're gonna break 200. Hopefully we can get close to about 230. There are other people at this campsite, so I'm just gonna go into the tent and call it a night.